Hi everybody, James Mack here from MJ Comix. Our boy Manu, the 9.9 Newsstand, has dropped a post today on Instagram. I highly recommend you go and check it out. It seems to be, he's not making any accusations, it's just information gathering and he's asking a question. But he's come across a discrepancy, if you can say that. But yeah, please go and check Manu's post out on his Instagram and leave a comment on what you guys think of it. But let's run through what he's put. So if you don't know Manu already, he's been on the channel a few times. Really great guy, and he is always like the boots on the ground, like at the forefront of like these scandal investigations with CGC. He's kind of like the people's champion in that sense. Like he observes the market and he kind of keeps his ears to the ground on what's going on, and he's always looking out for everybody. So Manu has done some posts on Instagram, and it is very much a bit of a tease. He teased it yesterday, but he's put a few nights ago on eBay, this 9.8 popped up, and I thought, man, this is a terribly smudged signature. But it was a 9.8 CGC Amazing Spiderman 252, which is the first black symbiote, first black costume, sorry. And it's for sale for $4,300 on eBay using from mycomicshop.com. So if you look at the signature here, it is very smudged. The next slide is another copy for $2,400, but it's a 9.6. Again, it's JSA authenticated as well. But then I noticed another listing. This one is a 9.6, also again with a terribly smudged signature by Stan Lee. Yeah, if you just zoom in on that signature, it looks terrible. But obviously this is again with mycomicshop.com. Mycomicshop.com offer a consignment service, so you can send books to them, and they will sell on your behalf. So it's very interesting that Manu's found two of these books. When you look at the serial certificate cert number, they're very close. So Manu has actually compared the two signatures here. He goes, at this point, I'm already asking myself, how could JSA confidently authenticate these? I mean, they do look not very good, to be honest. Could someone just forge a signature, smudge the crap out of it, and get it through the system? It's a very fair point, to be honest. Smudges can happen for sure. If that's a Sharpie, then why would they have been intentionally smudged immediately after being signed? These were just thoughts. And then the next slide, he decided to look into other books that were in that submission. There was 10 books, all Amazing Spiderman 252 Newsstands. 8 of them were 9.8s. 2 of them were 9.6s. All signed by Stan Lee. In the same location, authenticated by JSA. And guess what? They're all smudged. So how has this happened? So here's Manu's collage of all the signatures. There's the cert numbers that they follow on from each other from 1 to 10 in that submission. I mean, I have a Amazing Spider-Man 252 signed by Stan Lee. Here it is. It looks similar in terms of the location, and mine is a little smudged, but nothing like this. This is just, and to point out, actually my wife got it from mycomicshop.com in 2013. So yeah, So Manu's just asking the question, how does something like this happen? 1 or 2 books, yeah, sure, but wouldn't you realise that we were smudging them and continue to do the exact same with the other 8? It's a bit dubious, to be honest, and how can the process, wouldn't you be going through your mind if you were authenticating them, thinking, why are they all like this? Unless there's some sort of, they've already been, there's potentially they could have already been graded and witnessed with CGC, and now these are just reholders, or they've been resubmitted for so they've all been cracked and resubmitted with for JSA authentication. That could be a possibility. They could all been cracked, pressed and cleaned, and then resubmitted for grading. But wait, there's more. The submitter opted to pay the additional cost of having the signatures themselves graded, which is an add-on service offered by CGC. Obviously, these signatures would not grade very well because they're smudged. And of course, they've all received 3s. So what was the point of grading the signatures? Was it another... Manu is asking the question, is it another layer of adding legitimacy? It could be. He's just asking those questions. Again, he is not pointing any fingers here. He's literally just asking questions. There's no accusations. I think it's a fair point. So his slide here is saying if there weren't so much all at once, he might not have been suspicious about them. Which, yeah, very true. But there's a lot to chew on here. Again, these are not allegations. They're not accusations. They're just simply his observations. There could be some reasonable explanation as to why someone had 10 of these high-grade ASM 252s. Like I said, they could have all been graded previously and witnessed, and this is this just could be that process of resending them in. But why wait until October of 2024 to do something with these ridiculously high-priced books? Manu doesn't have a guess to what the explanation of that would be. And he says here, additionally, the 2 that are currently available for sale being sold through a consignment website, mycomicshop.com, they're both on eBay. I'm only pointing out this to highlight that selling through a consignment shop lends the seller a certain degree of anonymity. So if you're the owner of these books, get in touch with Manu. He can quickly, dispose of any conspiracies or, potential scandals. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think this is legit? It is rather strange that somebody's just randomly got 10 smudged copies of Amazing Spiderman 252, all newsstands in high grade. If we compare them with my signature, put them both on here now, it does look very similar. Like Stanley's, I don't think Stanley's signature is too difficult, it is quite well known. But again, with the smudging, something doesn't seem right. But what do you guys think? If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and a comment of what you guys think. Really appreciate it. And again, this is not pointing any fingers at CGC or JSA or anything like that. It's just simply asking a question. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.